The snow has melted a lot today. These trees were pretty much covered earlier yesterday and last night. So I was walking over here and there's a weird structure. I've never seen this kind of a structure before. And I can't quite figure it out. But I found it because I noticed this propane tank here, which it's empty. But look at this weird structure. It's about 4.5 feet up off the ground, and it's sort of like a hammock thing, like tied up with just rope, like someone turned it into a web. It's like a spider web. It's about 8 feet square, so you could lay 3 people up there. I don't understand it. I mean, maybe when it's hot, like you want to lay up here and stay cool under this shade a little bit off the ground kind of thing. Or was somebody living in here? And I saw this, which is really weird. There's like a little stairway here. It's made so you can climb up this, right? There's these crossbars here. There's 3 of them. And then there's like this little hole right here. So you climb up these and then you come up through here and then you're on this web. I don't know, it's like a spider web for humans. You see this hole here where you could climb up. I don't know, maybe it's for dogs or something. It's weird. I don't see any other markings necessarily. I guess maybe it could be a hunting thing. So this would all be enclosed. Maybe there's walls that you put up here. I really don't know. There's our home right there. It's getting charged up right now. That solar setup cost me $250. It's the best thing that I ever put in the trailer, because I can be anywhere as long as there's sun out. Doesn't matter if it's hot or cold, I got power. You know, you see a lot of these RVs and trailers out on the road. A lot of them don't have solar panels. It really limits you, man. For just a couple $100, put some solar panels on there, and this is yours. I mean, I can stay out here for an unlimited amount of time with those solar panels, as long as there's some amount of sun, you know. Every couple days, if I get a day of sun, that's enough. And it's times like this when solar power really, well, shines. Because it's cold out, it's snowy out, so you're gonna need to be running that heater. And the heater runs off propane, but it uses electricity from the batteries to run the fan, which blows the heat throughout the trailer. And so that's what it's doing right now. It's charging up the batteries, and that fan can keep us warm all through the night, all through the day. I'm gonna go in there right now, turn on the TV, watch some YouTube, and stay warm. I'm gonna edit some videos and stay warm. It's in there, Dodger. My nearest neighbor is right out there by that bush. That's a half mile out there. I don't have a ladder to get on the top of my trailer, so I put one foot on the bumper, another foot on this, and then I have to quickly reach up and get my hand up there, and then I got my balance. And I've even been able to pull myself up, basically, like pulling myself up over a cliff with my arms. And then I can get on the top. And then getting down is kind of scary. I don't need to get up there too much, but I did when I installed the panels, the solar panels. So there's my panels. So the panels come with brackets, and you do have to put holes in to your roof, which is kind of scary, but it's just plywood under here. Thin layer of rubber. There's a little prick hole right there. I got to seal that up with something. So when I'm in quartzite, I'll come up here and take a look at the roof and repair anything, but you can see where I had to put sealant over the brackets that attach the solar panels there. And then this wire right here, there's a couple wires that come from the panels. It comes with all the wires and the connectors. There's connectors underneath the panels. And you can wire it up two different ways, parallel or series. Don't ask me which way it is because I don't remember. I probably wrote it down which way is better. But there's a certain way that you're going to want to do it depending on your setup. And the wire just goes right over here to the fridge vent, so I didn't have to drill any holes for that. Those cables go right there through the fridge vent, down through the fridge vent, and then I did have to drill a hole at the bottom of the trailer, and that comes out and goes up to the batteries. That was $250 for the cables and the brackets and the connectors and the two panels and the charge controller, which is an important part too. I'll show you that. So right in here is the charge controller. And like I said, it comes with these cables right here. These go out to the battery. This is where the panels come in. And this gives me just basic information. Right there, that's the battery voltage. Click it one more time. That's what the solar panels voltage is, 13.2. And this is the amps, 5.8. So if you multiply 13.2 times 5.8, that's how many watts are coming in. So it's about almost 80 watts. There's two 100 watt panels up there. So that's the maximum you're gonna get basically when the sun is like directly above. When I get further south, the sun will be up more directly above us. But that's a lot of power I'm getting in there right now. The trailer's using very little power right now as it sits there. So all that power is going right into the batteries. And we're gonna use that tonight because I think we're gonna stay here another night, run that heater all night, and run the tank heaters. Let me show you the tank heaters. So if we go under the trailer here, this is my fresh water tank here. And there's only a few gallons in here right now, but I was worried last night that it was gonna freeze. So I have these tank heaters. It's just a pad that glues on to the bottom of the tank. And then you hook it up with these cables, you put a fuse in there, and that goes to a switch inside. And that's a kit you can get, and you just flip that switch, and it has a thermostat in here and keeps it from freezing. You gotta do it before it freezes because it won't thaw out ice. You gotta keep the ice from forming. So you gotta do this before it starts getting freezing temperature. Turn it on then. And you can kind of come out here and you'll feel it. It'll be a little bit warm. And it does use a fair amount of power. So you got to be mindful of that. We're really getting into a RV lifestyle today. So that kit with the tank heater kit comes with these switches in this panel. And tells you which tanks you got. You got your gray tank, your waste tank or your black tank, your fresh water tank. So you flip that switch, and now that tank heater's on. And it'll turn off if it's warm enough outside. Like right now, it'll turn on and it'll use power because it's still cold out. It doesn't really need to be on right now, but tonight, before it starts getting freezing temperature, I'll flip this on. And that'll stay on all night and keep my fresh water tank from freezing. I don't always have a plan what I'm going to show you guys out there watching the Got Out channel, but I guess I showed you that stuff today, like the solar panel and the tank heaters, because that's what I've been using a lot overnight. You know, being in a place like this with this much snow and this much cold weather, it's freezing. I mean, the ground was rock hard. I got out in the middle of the night and the ground is just rock hard all through the morning till like 9 in the morning, just rock hard. Now it's turned to mud, basically. So that'll be helpful to those of you that have trailer systems, RV systems, and you want to stay out in temperatures like this. If you have a van, you know, you can use solar power in a van. A lot of times vans don't have fresh water tanks. You just got some jugs in your van. There's a lot of ways to live out here. If you like the Got Out channel, give us a like, because that helps us out. It lets us know that you're watching, and we like to know that you're watching. It's funny, these guys, they don't eat the snow out here, which is fine if they do, but they eat it when I form it in a ball and throw it to them. They finish the whole ball. Dodger, catch. You want this? Jeez. Dodger, you want this? Dodger, you want this? Here. Dodger, catch.